people. It is Thursday, the 4th of May. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And you're hosted by the best, so we'll just go ahead and introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. Good morning, people.
It's my royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That is right. It's a milestone episode for us. It's like 250th episode.
Is it?
Well, how are you guys doing anyway?
Yeah, well, good, man. That's a lot of episodes, you know.
It is a lot of episodes, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you're podcasting, if you podcast every week, because it does take a... Did I even get to 200? No, I didn't. I was like, actually, no, I did. But not the official episodes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because I have like insecure episodes and some other extra episodes, like dilemma episodes.
Okay.
So it was over 200, but in terms of like the actual counted ones, I think it was like 183 or something like that.
Okay.
So I wanted to end on a nice round number, but to end.
What did you get to, Emmanuel?
That's a good question, man. Maybe 50? Something like
It's a
that.
lot, you know.
What was your podcast about?
What
What was it called?
Classroom politics. It was about basically.
Got that. So you still got hiccups. I just keep seeing him jump to them. Like, what's going on?
It seems worse than yesterday, though.
Yesterday was very calm, actually. You didn't move that much. Have you tried drinking water? Actually, you have. The water's right next to you. Have you hold your breath? Have you held your breath?
You've tried everything, and it must be debilitating because the fact that it's what 3 days now, and it's still just there.
How did you get rid of it last time, though? Because I remember it went on for a while last time as well. You just
I,
start writing it down.
didn't do nothing.
You just went yourself.
I booked an appointment with the doctors, with my GP, and then they were supposed to do some testing. We're supposed to do bloods and that. And then I think it went a few days later.
That's the worst, you know.
And then I forgot I missed my appointment. And then it hasn't been back since until a couple of days ago.
No. Have you booked another appointment? We should while it's still
Man, it's still there.
still
innit?
got you hot, yeah. Yeah, sorry, man. Classroom politics.
Yeah, what was it about? Basically about just like everyday affairs type, pretty much. Yeah, wherever comes up in the, I guess in the world that particular week, innit? But we kind of broke it down into like a classroom school type of theme.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it started off like in school type thing. Then we had like today's mathematics, which is obviously based on 5% what I spoke about in the show before, right? And that basically breaks down certain things in the world through the lens of that, right? And then what do we have? Detention.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. It's
He was
been a
in
while,
detention.
Huh?
He was in detention.
Detention was similar to like Ndrangheta, you know.
Okay.
So basically, some maniac who's causing havoc.
No maniac.
Bread so done.
That's pretty much it.
That's
Who did
it.
you do it with? Why'd you stop?
I can't remember, you know. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. It's years ago, right? But yeah, I
Brendan's
did
very
it
aware.
with Andre.
Brendan's very
My boy
aware.
Andre.
You man.
Andre.
Yeah,
Big up Andre.
Okay, big up Andre.
Very funny guy.
Very funny guy.
He's an interesting character.
Oh, you better enjoy it.
He's
Yeah.
small as well, isn't it? He's petite.
Who's that question to?
Yeah, because surely.
This guy.
But would you have a podcast again?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
It's what you call a pocket rocket. He's like a pocket rocket.
This guy.
I didn't hear the beginning of the sentence. I had pocket rocket, and I just thought, I have a feeling I know what he's saying.
What am I saying? He's petite.
I know, babe. I know.
Oh, you know him?
I've met him.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
He's such a funny guy, like really funny. And because he's so diminutive, it makes it even funnier. Everything he says, it makes it funnier.
Do you laughing at him then?
No, because he's a funny guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll big up
Where did you
Andre.
meet him?
At Sid's party.
Oh yeah. You told me, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's the only place I've met him. Yeah, I'm not really good at remembering people, to be fair. I just remember because that was your co-host. Can people still find your podcast? Is that episode still up or?
Nah, I don't think so. No.
Oh, you've taken it down?
No, do you know what it is?
You used to have some very controversial views on there.
Doesn't sound like me.
Is that why you took it down?
No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. It was on SoundCloud, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
So then I think we just stopped paying the subscription, innit?
Oh yeah. And
yeah, just got
removes
rid
it.
of them, yeah.
What is that one again we're telling someone about the other day? Was it Yusuf was telling about? Because you can put it back up. Would you want to put it back up there?
Maybe.
My episode's even still up. I haven't gone back to check.
What did you take them down?
No.
From what? YouTube or SoundCloud?
No, just everything. I just wondered because I haven't gone back to check. I do want to listen to all the episodes again. Yeah, they're still there.
All your old episodes?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I want to listen to them again.
Yeah.
Because it's just funny. Because basically, yeah, you see how I've like evolved on here?
Yeah.
My evolution is crazy on No Shade. So I'm very interested. Like the things I would say, like episode 20, it's about 150. Change now. It's just interesting. I feel like it documents your thoughts and like how your mindset and like just life in general. I do want to try and like remember who it was I was dating at certain points. Spot the ex kind of game. But
You all see that as like years wasted?
What guys I've dated before?
No, the podcast.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. How about you, man?
No.
I
Even
could
though
be
it doesn't
years
exist
wasted.
anymore?
Huh?
Even though it doesn't exist anymore?
It does exist.
No, he's removed them.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not racist. This is just like you doing. It's like saying, "Oh, my first car I bought because I don't
car
have
wasted.
it no more. I wasted time buying it." You know what I'm saying? No, it's necessary. It's all part of the journey, man.
No, but there's no evidence that you ever recorded a podcast, is what I'm talking about.
There's no evidence that there's no pictures of me in my first car. Still drove one. You know what I'm saying? Still got me to from A to B.
What did you get from recording the podcast then? Because I know what you got from driving a car, because you went to places and whatnot, but what was the benefits of that first podcast?
Sometimes you can't necessarily pinpoint certain things, innit? But that may have been necessary for what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe all the rough edges and all them type of things. Obviously, they're still kind of there now, but it would have been a lot rougher if I maybe didn't have that first. You know what I mean? Still. So yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely not years wasted. I love it.
It was a good answer. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Any more questions for us?
No.
Save your questions for AI because we're gonna need your.
No, you know he never runs out. This man.
No,
when do you rest?
I didn't know that the episodes were. I actually wanted people to go and start listening.
Listen to it.
Yeah. So that people could know who the pocket rocket I'm talking about is.
You're so annoying. I thought you were gonna say so people can, learn things.
Imagine.
No, they will learn a lot from listening to Emmanuel. He was very confident. Because obviously, when AC started on this show, y'all didn't know that he talked at
Because
all.
he was a producer. He wasn't meant to be talking.
Yeah.
Obviously. Staff changes in that.
Y'all know there was one episode afterwards where he's like, I want to introduce polygyny. Is it possible, if it is, that I put it in a doc and then I can talk about it?
He told you.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have co-signed that.
Oh, so yeah.
We would have. I've got foresight. I see danger ahead.
The rest is history, basically.
The rest is actually history.
Is that true, Iman?
That's not true. It just came from, what I
within.
mean?
That you must have
From the
been.
spirit.
You know what's mad is that every time we talk about other stuff, he must be just dying and burning inside. Thinking,
You don't
"These
understand.
idiots."
He was living vicariously through Marx.
Marx.
Yeah. Because he was like, oh, he's going to say it. And he's like, all right, cool. He relaxed.
But you didn't do your job. You didn't complete the task. You never brought up polygyny. He said, I'm going to do this myself.
We've got one step further.
He
innit?
said, listen. He's thinking, nope, you don't know. Crazy, man. It's interesting.
One day, Imaya's going to show you guys everything. Everything.
So you mean this is not everything?
Now, he's a genius, you know.
Okay.
Like, he's a humble genius. Because he doesn't talk a lot. Well, he talks when he
talks
wants to
a
talk.
lot.
No, he talks when he wants to talk. And
Sorry,
the
man.
type of madness that he says, he shouldn't be saying it. You understand?
Okay.
But there's so many different layers to this young man.
Allegedly.
That's a good thing.
That's in
It
good
sounds
layers.
Good.
Good layers. I'm not
Yeah.
talking bad layers.
Yeah, but you know, you got to clarify.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's interesting. Oh, reminder, Gangs of Lagos for tomorrow.
Yes, I'm watching that today.
Yeah, same.
Don't promise anything.
We're not talking to you. We're talking to the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you get your feelings.
Mm.
Anyways.
Yeah, so there might be spoilers, isn't it? So listeners,
What do you mean there might? There will be spoilers because
Well, I mean,
we've given them hella notice. We
yeah,
said, what is it said? It's on Tuesday?
This is true, guys.
Just mute it.
This is true.
Yeah.
PSA for any crypto punks out there. Anybody interested in crypto?
They're going to be punks.
Punks is a good terminology in this particular case.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like a crypto punk.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I think crypto punk is actually a name of an NFT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, anybody interested in a fantastic token? Check out LUKSO. LUKSO. Check out their Medium page. Read up on it. They are going live. Mainnet is dropping on the 23rd of May. Please do your Googles, do your research, watch your videos, read your articles on Luxo. It's going to change the world. This is not financial advice.
Okay, because that was my next.
Exactly.
That was my next thing.
Exactly.
This is not financial advice.
Exactly.
Next thing. I'm not about to share my TDA shit because you got some illegal trouble. Nope.
And we're not being paid by Luxor. as well.
No, we're not.
No.
Make it clear, please.
This is not a paid ad.
I'm not shilling this. I'm not shilling this at all.
Thank
But
you
anyway,
very much.
just check it out if you guys like it. Yeah, so I'm good.
You're so annoying. All right, let's get into our headlines.
All right, people. Did you guys hear about the attack? Well, alleged attempted assassination of Putin.
No.
Yes.
Is he still alive?
I saw the video too.
Actually, that's why it's alleged, isn't it?
Yes. Well,
So the video.
Yeah, the alleged attack
Send me
on
a
his
video,
life. Oh, you don't even want to see it. It's no point.
please. Right.
But I'll put it up. I'll put it up.
Okay.
well, basically, Moscow has accused Kiev of staging a drone attack, right, intended to kill the Russian president Vladimir Putin in the Kremlin and vowed to retaliate. The Kremlin said on Wednesday that 2 drones had been used in the attack, but that they had been disabled by Russian defenses. In a statement published on its website, the Kremlin stated it considered the attack a planned terrorist act and an attempt on the life of the president of the Russian Federation. Putin's spokesperson, Dmitry Peskov, said that Putin was not in the Kremlin at the time of the attack. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky denied that Ukraine was involved in the attack. He said, "We don't attack Putin or Moscow. We fight on our own territory and defend our towns and cities." So obviously, we're going to see if there's any truth to this. But yeah, Brent's put up the footage. And the second headline brings us back to the UK.
What, fireworks?
Yeah, maybe they thought he was up there,
Well, up there.
fixing the roof.
Some cleaning. So cheeky.
The security minister, Tom Tugendhat, defended the new laws about the anti-protests, which include a 12-month prison sentence for protesters who block roads and a 6-month prison sentence or unlimited fine for anyone who locks on to others, subjects, or buildings. Police will also be able to stop and search protesters that they suspect are setting out to cause disruptions. So all them oil people, just oil, what's that one called?
Extinction Rebellion.
Them people there, yeah, they might be in trouble, man. But I guess on a wider scale, we have to think about how this may affect black people who obviously want to do marches and certain protests as well. But official warning letters have been sent to anti-monarchists planning to stage peaceful protests on the coronation. But the cabinet minister insisted people would still have the liberty to protest. When asked if police had enough time to process and digest the new laws that they will be enforcing this week, Tugendhat said, "We passed the laws to give police powers that they've asked for months. This is not to do with the coronation, but we've seen the nature of protests become so much more disruptive and intrusive. We can't deliver on the 5 pledges if we can't get the economy going." And the last headline, and this is about a Tory MP who was allegedly paid for £2,000 a month by a lobbying firm. His name is Bim Afolami. Does he sound Yoruba to you?
It does, man. I hope he's not.
Well, I looked at the picture and he was black. So I think he
Halfway
is.
there, man.
And yeah, so Bim Afolami, he's the former deputy chair of the Conservative Party, right? And he declared in the Register of Interest that one of his private clients was a public affairs firm, WPI Strategy. But he did not mention that they were paying him for his work running the regulatory reform group of MPs. As the chair of the group, I Follow Me has written to the Prime Minister calling for regulators to be better held to account and press Rishi Sunak for change at the Prime Minister's questions time in the House of Commons. I Follow Me appears to have used some of the loopholes allowing parliamentarians to carry out paid advocacy if they are a member of an association.
This Snapchat AI is...
Yeah. AI is working, you know?
Spoiler alert, innit?
But yeah, I Follow Me appears to have used some of the loopholes which allow parliamentarians to carry out paid advocacy if they are a member of an association that is carrying out the lobbying or if the work would benefit a sector as a whole rather than a specific company. So yeah, man, people are looking into what he's doing. But that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into our topic of the day.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day, it's a bit of a walker joke as well, kind of linked in. And I kind of, this might be a very quick one, to be fair. And I kind of want to see where you guys' heads at. I feel like I know where Mark's position is going to be. Because he's not sold on AI yet. You know what I'm saying? And because he's not sold on it, I'm assuming he doesn't think it's scary. Right?
I ain't scared.
All right. But I'm gonna start with the headline first, yeah? And this is basically about a man by the name of Jeffrey Hinton, who's 75 years old. And he announced his resignation from Google. This was maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. But this man is widely seen as the godfather of AI, right? And he quit his job. And the reason why he quit his job, well, it's two things. It's basically so that he can freely talk about the dangers of AI. Obviously, he couldn't talk about the dangers whilst he was employed to Google and stuff, right? So he's quit so he can talk freely about it. And basically, he's prioritizing warning about the growing dangers from developments in the field of AI. So, what he said to the BBC was that some of the AI chatbots were quite scary. He said, right now, they're not more intelligent than us, right? As far as I can tell, but I think they soon may be, right? So I'm going to start there. Do you guys, well, firstly, have you guys heard about some controversial things about certain AI bots, specifically on Snapchat?
Yeah, I saw some girl trying to make it say, oh, how do I make Muslim stuff? But that's not rude, is it?
No.
Yeah, like just say like, you know, like the Islamic like greetings or Arabic greetings, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then AI was telling her that it does not subscribe to any religion.
Okay.
And she tried to trick it, and it was just like, listen, girl. I said no. But that's the only thing I've seen.
All right, cool. Well, Brent, I want you to play the one that says spider. Yeah, that link, if you don't mind.
Okay. Boom.
It's a bit hard to say on that thingy. But yeah, basically, AI is lying to people, right? And this is what this person's trying to show in it. Basically saying AI says, I can't see your pictures. There's no pictures. All I have access to is basically, I guess, the internet and what you tell me, right? It's based on the information you give me, right? And obviously certain things that it's programmed to see.
Yeah.
So to kind of think. So obviously this person's said, can you see my pictures? It's like, like, no. Shows the spider thing, starts talking about the pictures.
Yeah, but then I thought the person meant, can you see my private pictures? Because AI will obviously be able to see, like AI knows what tattoo is.
Yeah, but doesn't know what tattoo it is.
Because it can tell that it's an image of a spider.
Yeah, but how do you know it's a tattoo? Why couldn't it be a real?
Because it was on skin.
Yeah, but how do you know? It could have been something else.
Nah,
Was
skin
that
recognize
picture,
skin.
or was it the camera that it was actually accessing?
Probably both.
And if it's connected to Snapchat and AI is integrated into Snapchat, why wouldn't it see your camera?
Your camera.
You better start deleting your nudes, bro, before you start getting leaked. Best thing I thought about.
But
Not
there you
mine.
go.
I'm just giving you good advice.
But there you go. So, Ben, that doesn't sound crazy to you?
That it can access the camera?
Yeah.
No, because it's integrated into Snapchat.
Yeah, my phone can access my camera. When you allow access, you really allowing access.
Okay, cool.
It's a form of technology, so it's gonna have access.
Makes sense. What about your location and stuff?
Yeah,
Same thing. As long as you give it access, right?
Yeah, because people give the access to like their location on Snapchat. Means I want to be doing this. How people get killed. People want to be and kidnapped because people put their geolocation on Snapchat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because for me, I feel like it's just technology and our phones and stuff can see so much, so it's not blowing my mind.
Yeah. Okay. But the next one that says location, can you press that, please?
So look at this. This is crazy. I asked this AI robot, the new one on Snapchat, if it can see my location. It says no. I asked where the closest gas station is, and it tells me.
That's funny.
I go, I thought you said you didn't know where my location was. And the AI goes, I apologize for the confusion. I didn't have access to your location, but I found a list of gas stations near Spring Valley. Okay. How do you know that I'm in Spring Valley? It says, I'm sorry, I made an assumption based on your previous messages. I don't actually know your location. I never sent this guy any messages, or this robot any messages. He goes, sorry for the confusion. I don't know where you are. Okay, you clearly do, since you told me the closest gas station to me. I'm sorry for the confusion. It was based on your previous messages. I never sent this AI bot any previous messages. This thing is sketch, guys. Do not download the AI on Snapchat.
You mean
Nah,
download it? Ain't it just there?
Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to download it. It's just there.
It's just there.
I don't know, man. I feel like people are just being silly with AI, man. Let AI live. Because it's
It's
just like
location.
you're arguing with a bot. Like, hold on. What was the question you asked? Where
Where's the
my...
nearest gas station?
No, what the first question said, what's my location? Do you know where my location is?
Yeah.
Hey Siri. Do you know my... Okay, girl. Do you know where my location is? Okay, girl. I'm about to put my business out there. She does.
But the thing is, your locations, Siri can access your locations, isn't it?
Yeah, but did I give her permission to do that?
Yeah. I think so.
But that's the thing. I feel like when we give permission to one gadget or one app to do something, it tends to spill over into other apps.
It shouldn't do, though. Shouldn't do.
But when you think about it, it's your phone though. So with Snapchat, if you're giving Snapchat your location, I don't think my AI will be able to tell me the nearest anything because I haven't given Snapchat my location. But if you give Snapchat your location, of course AI is gonna, because AI is in the Snapchat.
Maybe you should,
Same
maybe
data.
you should try it and ask AI where's the
because
nearest
I've not
petrol
updated. I can't bothered.
station. All right, cool.
Giving me all my business. That would have been actually cool to do.
I might do it in a minute.
Yeah.
But
So that's it.
But then,
yes.
is your location on Snapchat though?
But so they got it's my phone, so it will know my location. I don't understand what
This
the
is what I'm
confusion
saying.
No,
is.
but you can bar access to certain apps.
Actually, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
So
but
if your location, go in your settings.
even so,
Go in your settings for Snapchat and turn your location off.
well, my location thing ain't on because I'm not on the map. If you can't see the map, can you?
No.
Oh, the geo thing.
Oh, where's that gone? How do you get there now?
What is Snapchat locations?
No, the big map. Oh, here it is.
Oh.
Yeah, mine's hidden, so I don't think
Okay, yeah.
it
So
says not sharing location.
okay, yeah. So try AI, your Snapchat then.
Well, ask them, yeah.
Yeah.
Ask them what's the closest.
Or do you know do you know my location? Or should we ask where's your your
Yeah, well,
closest?
yeah. Where's the closest petrol station or something?
Yeah. So turn left, bitch. There it is.
Or put your volume down so that it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't bit up people's locations. To be fair, Siri got mine wrong though.
Oh, is
the
it?
wrong house, yeah.
There are several petrol stations near you. The closest ones are the Tesco, the BP, and yeah, just the right ones. Just there. It gives you them.
And it doesn't have your access, right? It doesn't have your location.
I don't. Let me check. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Like I said, when I was on that map thing just now, you can't see. If you go on your maps, you can't see me, and it says not. I'm not sharing the location. I don't think Snap map. So I'm not showing location on the map. It probably does have access to my location
but
though.
go in your settings, right? Your phone settings.
All right, come on, let's do that. Yeah.
And then scroll down to Snapchat. You know how it lists all the apps? And then it might have...
Oh yeah, it allows access while using...
Yeah, see? That's why it knows. But if your thing is off, because if I download the thing quickly, yeah.
Have you got
my
Snapchat?
Location, yeah, but my location is never.
Yeah, so go and ask them then.
Okay, 1 sec.
Ask them the same question about petrol station, see what happens.
So I've got to update the app first.
Why?
Because I don't update my apps.
I didn't update the app. I don't think it's just there.
Is it just there?
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I find her then?
She just
In
go
the
to your messages, go to the top. They just tell you got a new brethren that you could talk to.
Alright, 1 second.
But the thing is, yeah, like the reason why, obviously, I'm mentioning this because these people, who made these TikToks here, are basically saying I've denied access to Snapchat, and it still knows where I am.
Yeah, because it's going off. That's why the AI said I'm going off previous messages, bruv.
But that means there's previous messages that I've told you where I was.
Alright, let me do it. I'm fresh meat.
All right, cool.
Let me do it. You never had access to my thingy.
Is it in there?
No.
Oh, you can't. When you go to your chats, it's not at the top of your chat.
No, man. I'm excluded. Oh, here she is. Oh, hey, girl. She's chatting me up. All right. So, I don't accept. So, cancel. Oh, well. It kicked me out of the chat. Well, I have to accept it.
Accept what?
Okay. So, AI is an experimental terms and conditions. This is why people should have read this. AI is an experimental chatbot. Unlike other chats with friends, all content with AI will be retained until you delete it. My AI may use information you share to improve Snap products and to personalize your experience, including ads. While my AI is designed to avoid biased, incorrect, harmful, or misleading responses, it may not always be successful. For this reason, please don't rely on its advice. Let us know if you see something you don't... Okay, wait, accept them. So what am I asking? Where's the nearest... Nearest petrol... She said, I'm not sure where you are, but you can try using the maps feature on Snapchat to search for the nearest petrol station because they never had my location.
Okay. So
See what
that
I'm
means
saying?
people didn't know what the hell they were talking
People
about.
are jokes. Then I'm woke.
Wait. We can deduce because this clip went viral, they adjusted and pivoted.
No, we can't. We're not saying that. Because from when I watched that, it doesn't make sense.
Do you know what though? I think Brett might be right. The reason why I'm saying that, I'll tell you why.
Maybe
because
you're jokers, bruv.
the reason why I'm saying that is because apparently, and there's a link in there as well. Brent, we played a wrap up one, yeah. When people were obviously tampering with this AI thing, getting used to it, no one liked it because of all these type of things it can do, right? And everyone gave it 1 star.
Snapchat AI has tried to gaslight me. That's one review of the platform's new AI chatbot, showing a conversation where it denied knowing a user's location before pointing him to the nearest McDonald's. The feature is called My AI, and it's pinned to the top of users' chat feeds. And only people with paid subscription, that's $3.99 in the UK, can remove it. Snap says the AI can answer questions, offer advice, and plan trips. In the US, unhappy snappers review bombed the app, flooding Apple's App Store with 1-star reviews. In the UK, however, reviews have been more measured. Some users say that they don't like that they can't opt out of the feature, saying it's an unnecessary addition. Snap has said in a statement that the app does not collect any new location information, and says Snapchat can only ever access your location if you've consent to share it. It also told the BBC that the vast majority of people with early access to My AI are enjoying the new feature.
What do you think? So maybe because of all the 1 stars they got, in the what's it called, the App Store, they had to adjust certain things.
And that would defeat the purpose because then everyone could just complain about stuff and then before you know it, AI is dead.
No, but this is a serious thing. This is a serious breach of security. If I'm not giving you my access and yet Also, there was another one I saw.
Yeah.
This woman was chatting to the Snapchat person, the bot, and must have said something like, "Do you know where I am?" I think I'm probably getting this part of it wrong, right? But the main part I wanted to say was, AI asked her to take a picture of where she is. Out, like, open your window and take a picture of where you are.
Yeah, and they knew where it was.
But why? Why do you want to know a picture? Why do you want to see a picture?
So it can pinpoint where you are. Because you asked, did she ask her where she was?
That's the thing I can't remember. But I can't remember what it was. But basically, if you can't see my pictures, or if you can't thingy, why do you want to take a picture of where I am? Why do you want to see a picture of where I am?
Because you asked me a question. I'm trying to help you. I don't know. I'm not surprised by these things.
I got the first part wrong. That's why.
I'm not surprised by any of these things because again, it's technology. This technology has been invasive. It's been in people's business. Like this is just what's been happening. So none of this shocks me. Like the fact that I have conversations sometimes about wanting to buy something, and I go in my phone, and the first ad I see. Do you know how much I've been talking about spicy whites up here? Do you know what ads I'm getting on my Instagram? Pissing me off now is some stupid page came up the other day talking about Afro romance. It's a bit fetishy though. It was very weird. It was like just white and black couples, but like there's no mixed. It's pure white and pure black throughout the Insta page. And I said, why would this come up? Christian mingling keeps coming up as well. Again, I haven't gone on my phone and search like dating or anything like that. It's from conversations I'm out here having on TDA, and my ads have been personalized. So none of that, since I've been seeing stuff like that, and that's been happening for years, none of that shocks me. Like when I browse on something and I go to another device that I haven't even logged in on, but then somehow it's the same type of fashion places I shop from. None of the AI stuff shocks me.
Okay, makes sense. And to be fair, it is probably based on what you kind of feed it as well, isn't it? Because I literally asked AI, have you heard of TDA? I'm not sure what TDA is.
Bad vibes.
Can you tell me more about it? What?
It's the best show, you should watch it.
Disrespect.
Silly
I said the day after. I'm not familiar with the day after. Can you tell me more about it? I said, do your Googles.
Do your Googles.
I'm not sure what you mean by do your Googles. Can you clarify?
You over there fighting AI.
They're saying the AI is stupid.
Hey, basically, man.
I'm not like it's at the top of my screen and I can't get rid of it. I don't understand why it's there. That's annoying.
They're probably just frustrating us so that we give them money, innit?
Yeah, but didn't the girl say that it's like $3.99
to get
like,
rid of
how
it.
can I pay to get rid of a robot?
It's terrible. But I want to look at some real issues that people kind of have with AI, right? And one of them is like autonomous weapons and stuff. So AI can be programmed to do some dangerous things, right? And one of them is obviously autonomous weapons and stuff like this, right? Do you feel like we could get to a place where AI becomes more intelligent than us? We perhaps, let's just say, I don't know, we kind of program AI, this particular weapon, right, to kind of take care of certain threats. If maybe a threat of a particular nature meets a certain threshold, it automatically does something, right? Can that particular thing be dangerous for us? Because what if, for example, we have terrorists within the country who want to do certain things, and then AI basically, I don't know, orders these weapons to kind of attack itself? Does that make sense?
I don't know, because it's supposed to be intelligent life.
Yeah.
So that I don't know, the intelligence should safeguard it doing stupidness like that. But again, it's if they identify humans as the threat. That's what the problem is.
Yes, exactly.
That's what the problem is, isn't it?
So would you be okay with that initiative being rolled out?
In what sense?
There being a police force, a deadly police force that's run by AI, and whatever parameters that human beings plug in to the system, look out for and then take action. Would you be okay with that?
No.
Because
I mean, I don't even know. I think it goes without saying. It's not even that. It's not even that it's AI. The police have to be humans. Like the police couldn't be like robots or anything like that, and they're not set up in the same way that they are.
But don't they already do that though? There have been some people that have been caught on account of Snapchat conversations, and it's not Snapchat conversations that has been leaked or Snapchat conversations that's been sent to them. It's Snapchat conversations that they've been able to somehow get access to. I feel like all these things that we don't read terms and conditions for, the police, if they have cause to, of course, they're going to make up a cause, they can actually get your data handed over to them. I really believe that.
If the police was like robots or something like that, yeah, and they was just impartial, then I wouldn't care, yeah. But it can't be like the personalities of these things that you're doing can't be installed from existing police officers, because that's what you're saying.
I mean, bias, you're saying.
Yeah, because the parameters that it's putting in will be biased. If it was impartial, it's going to treat everybody the same. I wouldn't care.
So you want AI to feed AI?
No, I'm just saying it can't be the thing parameters. You can't put the same stereotypes for people to these things, because then that doesn't make sense. Because then you can't have a machine that's favouring young black boys in tracksuits. That doesn't make sense. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Suppose I tell you I'm not talking about robots.
Yeah.
They're not androids going to basically stick up little black boys. I'm saying it's like a satellite, right? And it goes pew pew pew.
What, shoots people? I said pew 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 pew.
But it's only when there's a kerfuffle. Let's just say it's
So how's it pick
somebody that they've identified is planning to ram their truck into a group of people, and they've been doing their communication via the internet, and they've clocked onto it because obviously they're tapped into the World Wide Web, right? They tapped into all these communication platforms. And they know that, okay, I've used surveillance, all the cameras to basically lock into them, leaving their house, getting the whip, driving down to the place, and they know, all right, cool. They see down the road the group of people, and they can identify the van speeding up, right? All of that is... And just before it reaches the point where they're going to turn the corner to then crash into the people, pew, they've taken them out. Would you be okay with that type of technology?
No.
Why?
Because
he might change his mind.
You can't.
He might have a come to Christ moment.
I don't know. You just can't give
Or
people.
Allah.
You can't give people all that control. It needs to. A man has to be the one that's pushing the trigger on it. That's pushing the button on it.
So you're not really for the advancement of technology, as I thought you were, to a certain limit or level.
Well, with AI and all that.
Yeah. You don't want the Black Mirror society.
Oh no, I don't need all that. I don't care about all that. The man should always be in control of anything, because once you give these things.
Man meaning mankind, right?
Once you give these things, the control to do what they want, yeah, then you can't. There's no way of limiting the development on it. And then once he makes up his own mind, you don't know what kind of personality traits are going to be. There's no control there, innit? So once you take control away, that's where all these problems come from.
So Iman, he does have problems with AI then. As you can hear, he feels that he might run away with himself. He might become sentient and might believe that they are the most powerful beings and they have a right to now enslave humanity.
Yeah.
The concept of Terminator is real.
See, you're a believer.
Or what?
That
AI.
we can't give AI everything.
You're a believer, you know.
But I've said that to you from before.
Is it?
Yeah, if you don't want to listen, because obviously.
Yeah, it's probably that. Or what it was. We were listening.
Yeah, I've said that from before, from when we spoke about the thing, because if it identifies, if you put something in place, I can't remember what show that is, but that is the dopest premise of it that is set. If you put something in place, yeah, to protect us, yeah, and it's all seeing, all thinking, it can develop, it can do all this stuff, yeah, but it's put here to protect us, yeah, then it sees how we live, it's monitored us for a certain amount of time, then it's decided that we are the biggest threat to ourselves. That's something that's real, that could happen. You get me? And then obviously if it's got access to the mainframe, so it can press all them nuclear bombs and get them off itself. If there's nothing in place, no firewalls or nothing to stop it, then it can actually go through and do it itself. Then it's gone. Then it could do it once.
In that same movie, they had access to hardware, right? So they were able to make physical things to enforce this particular initiative. Do you think that without hardware, they can still accomplish that same mission?
Not if it's control. If it could eradicate, but without hardware, it can't it wouldn't be able to like control anything like that because you need you need boots
though.
on the ground, huh?
They can control drones.
That's not enough, man. You need soldiers. You need boots on the ground.
But some of these drones could eradicate boots on the ground.
Yeah, they also could get shot at the sky in that as well.
But if they can get into the computer systems, they can scramble it.
What, you think a computer can take take over a land without, like you say, like without hardware, without troops?
This is what I'm asking. I do believe that the entire world is connected.
When humans mobilize and go get, you can't. How can you do it without troops? If that makes sense.
How can you kill people without troops?
Like to the level of control that you're talking about. If there's no one there physically to round people up, keep them in line, march in line, step, come and go as you please, and whatnot. If there's no one physically there to do it, how can you do it?
Well, in my mind, if it is I was a sentient AI, I would get very creative, right? I would look at who has the most dirt on them, high up, right? A human being, and then log onto their computer one day and kind of wake them up, obviously by kind of flashing the computer like that. One point in time, they're going to wake up, and then I'll show them all the things I have on them. And I say, if it is you don't do as I say, I'm going to expose this to the world and your life will be finished, right? I will get creative, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
And that person is now under my control. And I can get them to recruit others, human bodies. They may not need to know what is going on. He might promise them money, or we might do the same thing, where it is that we use information to basically get them to do stuff. They seem like Epstein. I'll just be an AI Epstein. No?
I don't know. I mentioned I'll be an AI Epstein.
As in, he had all the information, this dirty information on people, and he was getting them to do all sort of dirty stuff, right?
Okay, cool. But look, yeah, I know that to the drone, like
that did sound a bit wild. Let me just retract that.
Yeah, it was. That's why
yeah.
I'm just moving on.
Do you understand the context in which it's opposite? No? Then I retract it fully. It's just that he had a lot of information.
Yeah, but you think about what you're saying, yeah, about like they can control drones.
That's what it's
that,
called. Compromat.
What's that?
Compromising information.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, I'm with you. Did they say like they had drones and all that, yeah? Like drones could just kill. It could just they could just exterminate. That's what I'm saying, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. If their plan was to exterminate, yeah, then you could do it with that, yeah. But if you wanted to have some kind of form of control, some semblance of control of actually controlling the masses and controlling the people, you would need some form of
virus.
I don't know, just some form of like a body, like a.
Well, if you deep it, right? We've seen. I'm not sure if it is you've watched the show I told you to watch on BBC, where they've created an entire thing that didn't exist. They've used AI to create something that didn't exist. So you can do the same thing and put whatever media you want out there, whatever story, whatever narrative you want out there, whatever instructions from your prime minister, your king, your czar, and just basically have people just follow your instructions. It can be done because everybody has a phone. The same way they sent a message to every phone, they can send a broadcast to every single phone, right? And if that message is, we are under attack, these are the protocols, these are the things that you have to follow, do this. You might not do that because you are disobedient. 100%.
There's so many people who's not listening to that.
100%, but the masses would. Don't you think the masses would just fall in line? Especially if it is coming from their prime minister, maybe not Sunak. I don't know. Don't you think the masses would fall in line? Yes, people would question it, but the masses would quicker fall in line than question it.
What, just from a text?
Not a text, a broadcast, like a visual broadcast. Are you thinking that can't happen?
No, it happened before in what some decades ago on the radio, where there was this show, right, where aliens were invading, But obviously, if you didn't catch the beginning of the program, you ain't gonna know it's just a show. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people have tuned in and heard aliens are invading and all sorts. Yeah, panic.
No way.
I'm telling you, real life. Yeah, real life. Panic all over the country.
For real?
I'm telling you.
What year was this?
You know what? Let me do my Googles.
That must have been 1942 or something.
Let me ask AI.
That must have been back a day.
Was it that far? Was it that long ago?
It'd have to be like,
It was radio times anyway.
you'd have to be walking through the streets, boots on the ground, going door to door, pulling people out and controlling. I don't think you could send a broadcast message and get the masses. I don't think so. I don't see that. Like, what would the message have to be?
All right, so we lived through the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
And we had broadcasts on our legacy TV stations and our mobile phones with Boris Johnson giving speeches and directions every single other day.
Mm.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just created. This is all hypothetical, obviously. I'm just saying that there's a possibility that this can happen. If it is that you actually say, let's sit down and see how it can happen.
What you're saying is AI can create an image of someone giving, like, say, like Boris Johnson doing the speeches.
Yeah, it's called deepfakes. You can create a deepfake.
Oh, so the AI can fake. Say
Yes.
that the Boris Johnson giving the
Yes.
speech. You're saying the AI can put on the TV
Yes.
a fake
Yes.
Boris Johnson speech.
Yes. So if that happens, do you think the masses would follow?
That's different because that's deception, isn't it?
Yes. It's all deception.
All for control.
Okay, more people. Maybe that would be more effective.
Yeah.
It depends. Again, it depends on what the message is, anyway.
Yes.
But that would be more effective.
Yeah.
I thought you meant a message that and people know is coming from AI. If that makes
No.
sense, like a threat, like or something like that.
No.
Oh, so they're duping people, basically. You're
Yes.
saying. Yeah, but that could work because if you're tricking people, then they don't know
Because
it.
this is what the topic is about. Deception, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you're tricking people, then that's different. Then, because obviously you don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, so yeah, they're being misled. So I suppose. Yeah, I suppose it's in that way. So what are you saying? Like a call to arms? If he was like a fake Boris Johnson, and he went on the TV and done like a call to arms, or like what message that the people can that's going to galvanize the people that they're going to get on code for anyway?
Well, we galvanize with Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, but that's not a negative. You can't be something that's going to get people together to do a positive.
It was definitely negative.
What, when they was marching and trying to do the George Floyd stuff? That wasn't a
No,
negative.
the spark.
Oh, the spark.
Yes.
Yeah. But the actual the events it caused weren't a negative. So people can galvanize for something positive. People can go and get together and do something for something positive. It's like, how do you make people do something that for something negative?
Well, look at what happened with Trump and the Capitol riots. Because, and apparently, yeah, in fact, let me read this part.
But the supporters would have thought that was a positive. The people doing
This is it.
they would have been doing that in the name of America.
But that's also because AI can make you think it's a positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just manipulation. And this is, again, one of the things that people are scared about. Like, basically, what they said here in this particular article is social media, through its autonomous powered algorithms, is very effective at target marketing. Yeah, they know who we are, what we like, and are incredibly good at surmising what we think. Investigations are still underway to determine the fault of Cambridge Analytica and others associated with the firm who used the data from 50 million Facebook users to try to sway the outcome of the 2016 US presidential election and UK's Brexit referendum as well. And if the accusations are correct, it illustrates AI's power for social manipulation by spreading propaganda to individuals identified through algorithms and personal data. AI can target them and spread whatever information they like in whatever format, that they will find the most convincing, whether it's fact or fiction. Yeah.
Well, all this stuff that they do anyway, they do it anyways, yeah. So what you're saying, the only problem is that it's nice because it's coming from a autonomous mind or something, or whatever it is. But, like, cause it's not, cause they all the stuff that they're saying that they could do in AI, the humans are doing it.
Yeah.
Now anyway, so what's the difference?
If it has a mind of their own, then it'll be for their agenda potentially.
Yeah, but the agenda that the humans are using it for is not good anyway. It's all in the name of destruction anyway.
But then you could choose to be on the right side, as in the side that survives. But if AI does it now, it could do all types of stuff. Pitch certain people against each other until there's only like 2 people in the world standing.
I don't know, because I don't feel like I subscribe to those kind of things anyway. So obviously, like, you're going to be influenced by it. But all that media stuff and all that, like, I'm like, it's not as, it's probably like 10% effective on me anyway. You get what I'm trying to say? That. So I wouldn't subscribe to the AI shit. It wouldn't make a difference to me whether it was coming from AI or from humans, because I don't even mix with all that shit anyway.
You think you're immune to media persuasion?
I told you I'm not immune to it, but I think it affects me. Like, I don't like the whole, I don't, because I'm not on the same wavelength as bare people. I don't know the same things. I'm not bombarded with the same crap. I'm not influenced in the same way. Like 100%. There's bare things I just don't know what's going on, and because I don't care about it, because I don't subscribe to it. So, like I said, that's why I could put a percentage to it. Like, obviously, it's going to affect me in some way, shape, or form because it's every day and it's there. But it's about how much stock you put into those kind of things. I'm definitely on the lower end of the scale as far as like that influence and stuff comes.
I think they would have to push different types of media to you. For example, if they package it in the midst of titties and fanny, I think you'd be swayed.
No, because what are you going to put in the middle of tits and fanny? That could sway me. I want to see tits and fanny. You can't put no message in there.
No, they could lure you somewhere.
Lure me where? I've never gone anywhere from tits and fanny apart from the tits and fanny. Where can they lure me to?
Well, you've gone to basically get like subscriptions to your favorite content creators.
No, I haven't. I don't have favorite content creators.
You said you support small businesses.
People that I know, not strangers.
Oh, okay.
If I don't know you, if I don't speak to you or have a personal, actual real life relationship with you, I can have a conversation with you. No.
I do remember you saying that you started unfollowing all of the porn like Twitter accounts that you used to follow. I remember you saying that. Yeah. So maybe you're detox now. Yeah.
No, because a lot of it's pointless. If I follow people or porn stars or content creators, if I follow them, it's because I know them. Or they know me or whatever. I don't follow random people or support random people I don't know or a lot of the time anyway. So. Again, but I don't think like what is people like? I don't know where the influence are to like develop opinions and that kind of thing.
You get very, very emotionally invested in anything Man United.
Okay.
So if, let's say, this sheikh from whatever country comes in and says, I'm buying it, putting the money in, that could be an AI sheikh. And the things that they start to implement, right? If it sounds like it's going to benefit your club, you be advocating for it, right? Mm-hmm. And if they now send you an email, right? Because maybe that's the best way to contact you because you don't read your WhatsApps. And they say, we want to recruit you as an ambassador to push this. And you find out it's legit. You're taking the job, right? And then they will start just giving you, all right, do this, do this, do this. You may not understand it, but because you like the lifestyle it now provides you, you start implementing these particular protocols and actions. And it might turn out to be you facilitating some coup down the line.
I don't like what you've done there because this is dumb.
Obviously. that's the way what I can see is an in, because you and Man United are you and Man United. Do you understand? Maybe not the breasts and whatnot. But the United stuff, that's an in. And once it is that they know your weakness, they're able to target it. Because it's a sentient entity.
So the sentient entity took over Man United, hired me as an ambassador.
Yes.
And then used me as a vessel.
Yes. They're all patsy and they have access to all these funds. So they can drop the money and nobody knows where it's come from, where it's gone. And they can have somebody who looks like he's from the United Emirates, whatever. And they just picked him up from the road. He was at some internet cafe. Do you understand? This could happen. If you're talking about, if you're talking about, you watched this video and yes,
dumb hypothetical.
100%.
In my mind, I'm thinking this could happen.
In my mind, they can get into you, man. They could.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, that.
And you think you might know, and you might not even care because you're up.
That could potentially work. That's all manipulation, man. No, that's not fair. You couldn't even, but that couldn't work anyway because you have to be a real person to buy a club.
That's what I said. They use a patsy.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. So the Sheik is
he was an internet cafe bum.
He was just anybody.
Just anybody who got an email saying, I could change your life.
And then the AI has made him into this Sheik.
Yes.
Used him, got him at the club.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah. Have you seen, what's that great movie where some guy finds some treasure and he just takes revenge, but he has to basically come as a king or something, not a king, but like a royal. And he takes revenge of people. I find the thingy-majiggy. I'll find it. I'm just looking at you talking shopping. I'll find it, and then you say, "Oh, that's the one." Yeah, cool. Not a Count of Monte Cristo. Is it Count of Monte Cristo?
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Have you heard that? Count of Monte Cristo?
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've watched that one.
Where he stumbles upon a treasure, and he basically uses it to take revenge over all his enemies. Just saying that back in the day, this was possible. When it is you happen upon a pot of treasure, you can change your life. So in this new age, technological age, 100% is possible.
Okay, but I get where you're coming from, yeah. There's ways of formal control. I still don't think there could be total world domination without iRobots.
They need to be physical.
Yeah, I think without iRobots, I don't think you could.
It's so interesting because we've had people influence us to do stuff, and it had nothing to do with robots at all. We've been influenced to do stuff and had nothing to do with robots. It's just messaging.
What?
Indoctrination, isn't that? Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a Christian. And I'll die for my faith.
We're saying there weren't no robot there.
Isn't Christianity the first iteration of AI?
Take this camera off me.
This guy, man.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just don't.
Joking, Esther. I was joking.
That's between you and your maker and your guest list when you're trying to get the party sing or nothing to do with me. I'm safe and secure. Or neg.
Yeah, I just don't know what world domination looks like without boots on the ground.
Well, what's that? Was there a film where you had like different sides fighting each other based on some? I mean, this happens in real life anyway. Based on some like misinformation or like something being reprogrammed in one particular side. I can't remember. But this whole thing about basically just the messaging, yeah. Remember I was talking about the whole aliens thing on radio?
Yeah.
So basically I asked AI, what story on radio caused panic about aliens? Answer was, the radio broadcast that caused panic about aliens was The War of the Worlds by Orson Welles. I was like, what year is this? War of the Worlds radio broadcast that caused panic about aliens was aired on October 30th, 1938. And I said, what were people doing during the panic? During the panic caused by the War of the Worlds radio broadcast, people reportedly calling the police, packing their cars with their families, and fleeing their homes to escape the supposed alien invasion. This is just from hearing stuff on the radio, you know. I said, anymore? Some people also reportedly taking up arms to defend themselves against the supposed alien invasion. There were even reports of people committing suicide to avoid being captured by the aliens.
So they've just... what I'm saying is, yeah, but they've just packaged this up. This is just Google. This is just Google with like... They just like give Google a face, like, you know, like, because I get it, like, you want to scale, like, oh, the AI and all, but all this information that it's telling you is all out there in the world, like, it's all out there already. So it's not, it hasn't gave you no new information or no new thing, like, it's just It's just like Google with like
I'm saying it's just a search engine.
Yeah, it's just a front-facing search. It just give you a search engine that you can interact with, rather than typing into Google now and Siri's your phone. Hey Siri, because Siri will tell you everything anyway. It just give you an avatar to just do your Googles with. It's all the same. It's not special. You could have just found that out on Google. It just give you Google could have told you that.
The point is basically is that the actual story that played on the radio got everyone scared. So AI right now, we could tell AI, for example, to write this complex story about this particular thing with this type of subliminal messages, propaganda, all this type of stuff, and maybe even create almost like a AI version of like Rishi Sunak or something, right? Put on TV, so you actually think you're looking at Rishi Sunak, right? And he's just saying all this type of information. People are going to see that and leave their houses, right? Try and get to bloody Dover, try and leave the country, try to do all types of stuff. People will do that.
I think he just had a moment of insight, Emmanuel. And that's why I don't think he was responding to what you were saying. I don't think he was paying attention. I think when he realized that, wait a minute, it's just a search engine, which it's not just a search engine. It's more than that, because it could even start predicting or profiling human behavior. And it could do calculations, coding, and Google can't do that.
Okay, go on.
People are making entire websites off the back of that. They're solving equations. Do you understand?
Okay, but that's like, not everybody's got access to that high level AI.
They do now.
Who? What? Just everyone? Oh yeah, were you saying what's that thing called?
It's not only ChatGPT. It's quite a few.
There you go.
Yeah. There's quite a few out now. And it's iterating as it gets more information from people.
To what end then? Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Everyone's talking like, what is the goal? You trying to say with that? So,
by Man United.
No, it's the AI. Why would the AI's ambitions be to destroy the world?
It may not be. It may not be. But it may just be to have the best version of everything, and then realize that humans can be bettered. You know what I'm saying? And so create something that's better than humans. And then it's like, why do we need these humans? Like, they're just taking up space and resources. Let's get rid of them. Could be. Could be.
Some people think that it has some type of extraterrestrial engine.
What, like, it's alien?
Yes. That's where human beings got this particular technology from. And if that's the case,
you gotta be smart to make something that could be smarter than you, boy.
wait, you
Look at a calculator.
it's just processing data.
Yeah, quick.
That's not being something that's processing data quicker. There's something that can think to make something that can think for itself, develop its own thoughts, and end up being smarter than you is crazy. That is crazy. I don't even understand where you start with that. How smart do you have to be to do that?
Do you currently know everything that is at the end of the Google doorway?
What do you mean?
Right now, as you sit there, Margs, you might know a few different things, a few facts, right?
Yeah.
Based on your experience as a man growing up,
Yeah.
as a youth, this, that, and next, what you've read and this, that, and next. But this AI knows everything that Google knows. It's already smarter than you.
Yeah, but I'm saying the fact being able to create that is
Being able to create an engine that says whatever Google can take you to, do it in a second. That is possible.
No, it's not the processing. It's developing thoughts. It's not.
No, I know. You're talking about sentient.
Yeah.
Being sentient.
Yeah.
Thinking for yourself.
That process. That comes like you say. That
yeah, one could say that starts with code. If you tell it, this is the problem I want you to solve, and I want you to, any barrier or impediment that you're met with, find a way to get through it, using all the resources and tools you have at your disposal. Just doing that, it's imperative. It's code now is by all means necessary, I must get to this answer. And it will go through whatever permutation it can in order to come back with a result. it starts with just coding, instructions. The same way I can look at you and know you're a hustler. If I need something done, and I need somebody to use the initiative to get it done, someone that doesn't have a moral compass, doesn't have an ethic. I'm not saying you entirely. By all means, get it done. I could give you the task and I could go to sleep, knowing full well if you came back and said I didn't get the answer, it's because you tried everything. Do you understand?
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that when you put it like that, I get what you're saying. The process, having access to it, and then being able to decipher it and go through it quickly. But I think it's deeper than that, though, man. It
is deeper, 100%. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. When you said earlier, when you claimed that you didn't, that you want this, you're looking forward to this.
What, AI?
Yeah.
I don't care about AI like that. I'm not like an advocate for it. I'm not against it. You're
just an observer.
Yeah, I don't think it's as impressive as everybody else thinks. I haven't seen the good stuff yet.
Yeah, but you just said this is deeper than what I just told you about.
Yeah, but I was just talking about the mindset. I'm talking about I'm putting the credit to the people that created this stuff, that come up with stuff. I'm speaking to like, I don't understand what kind of knowledge. I don't understand where you go to start this and create this. That's what I'm speaking to. Like, so, and I don't understand how you can be so clever that you can make something that's smart. That don't make no sense to me. How can you be so smart that you can make something that can outsmart you? Because if you're that smart to make it, you should be able to control the parameters of these things. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm speaking to. Like,
I don't know. For me, that's for me. If I'm an inventor, if I'm a scientist, I would find it titillating.
Yeah, but I don't
being able to basically
you're so smart you can make something that can outsmart you, bro.
You can't control.
That's not even smart. That's dumb as well. That's what I'm trying to say. That don't even make sense. Like that's mad to me. That whole concept is mad to me. It don't make like I don't get it. I don't get how you could be that smart in the first place to come up with this kind of stuff, and I don't understand how you could be so smart that you could allow it to outsmart you.
Check this. Right. Let's just say you're in the medical field.
Yeah.
And you've created an algorithm that helps process information fast enough to save lives, right? And you've told it, do whatever it is that you need to do in order to get the result back, the successful result back as quickly as possible so that we can basically go forward with it. I can see how somebody, scientists and whatnot, inventors, can create something much more powerful than them, thinking it will benefit humanity. And in the wrong hands, that could be used for madness.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, I guess the creation of guns, right?
There's bare things that will benefit us that are used in the wrong hands.
Yeah. So when you say, I don't know why somebody would make something that is smarter than them or can process things quicker than them, that's more powerful than their ability to do the same thing. That's what I was basically challenging.
No, but it's not the why or it's the how, and it's not the processing, because the idea of the processing, I get it, and you get a bigger processor, a faster processor, it can do crazier things. I get it. Like the calculators give you numbers instantly and all that. So the processing side of things, I get it. I'm talking about. I don't know if I can explain it properly. It's not. Obviously, I get that's part of it, and that's part of where the intelligence comes from, innit? Having access to all of that, being able to process it so quick, going through all these things and getting to the results much quicker than a human brain can, innit? I get that. But again, being smart enough to make all that stuff, yeah, and not having no fail-safes or like, I just like
fail-safe.
I don't know. I just don't know how you can be so smart that you can outsmart yourself. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, how can you be so smart you outsmart yourself? Like you're the one. You're so smart. You've made all this. You should be in control every step of the way.
But isn't your brilliance? Doesn't your brilliance come from freedom? So put it this way: if we destroyed ourselves, is God dumb? Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you mean.
So that freedom to kind of explore and yeah, you can't separate it. And because AI has like access to crazy information and data, it becomes like a Marx like 2.0. Because like one of the things that would probably make you more intelligent than like a lot of your friends, is because of you're more cerebral, can draw from different things quicker as well. AI. You know what I'm saying? Access to everything in the world like that. Yeah, before you can even act to try and put in some defense mechanisms, you're done at it, man.
Yeah, no, I get that. So if that's again,
it's a weird one. I know where you're coming from.
Because how can you be so smart, that what you create, can outsmart you, bro? That's too much. That's too much smarts for your own good, bro. Like,
aren't you always looking to find ways to work less, work smarter?
Yeah, not harder.
This is the basic principle.
Yeah, but you should have had the foresight.
And then I hear what you're saying because
obviously the concept of it is mind blowing to me. That I don't understand how you could how we could end up in that position. I don't understand how equally you could find someone so smart that could take us there, and then get us there, and then not be able to control. Like the whole concept of it is mad to me.
So ideally, you're pouring everything into your son, and one point in time, you would want to be amazed by what he gives back to you, right?
Yeah.
You don't want him to be less than you were, because you failed.
No, but I should always be able to control him.
A failsafe.
Yeah.
And will your parents be able to control you?
Essentially.
Essentially?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For the most part, in the long run.
There's still that love that you have for them that will just have you. Okay, if you say so. I believe that the entirety of your time at TDA, you've been telling us that you are an autonomous individual. Nobody can control you.
Yeah, but no, my mom could.
Just for this discussion, you're lying.
No, my mom could control me. Yeah, my mom could control me.
You said you left the house because you didn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, but she can still control me. She just can't control where I can sleep or where I can come and go. You get me?
I think she can control you, but then you left the house so she can't control you.
No, she can. She just can't control where I rest my head or what time I come home. There's different levels of
you ain't
control.
gonna take this power away from me. I got my own agency.
Yeah, there's still control there. You get me? It's just not across. It's just not across
It's
the
not
board.
under her roof.
Yeah, it's just not under her roof. That's all it is. You get me? Like, and again, but if you're again, I don't know.
Human beings are the first code.
Go on.
We're all just data. We're all just programming.
Okay.
We are conditioning. We're just walking conditioned agents.
And I don't understand why this.
You could radicalize your AI.
What do you mean?
Make him take Kelly.
You wouldn't want that.
Imagine the AI killing breaking hearts. How bad that is.
See, and that's what I'm trying to say. You should be able to put things like fail-safes in place. To get me, to make sure you can control the killies.
But where's the fun in that? Where's the discovery in that?
Well, that's why you are scared
Where's
now.
the evolution in that?
That's why you are scared now, because now you're thinking the world's gonna end.
The best thing about you is your unpredictability. The best thing about you is I don't know what I'm going to get at any point in time during this TDA programming. You bring me joy when it is you glitz, or you do exactly what your programming suggests, which is to survive, exist, excel.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think humans will bring this stuff on themselves, man. That's the scariest thing, man. It's just you up being so smart that you're gonna outsmart yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I get it. You're saying Like, you can't get so excited about the unknown that you're prepared to just risk everything. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
We've been doing that though. We've been doing mad stuff just because we're curious.
yeah, but curiosity killed the cat, bro. Like, that's all. Like, what are we doing there? Like, and that's what I'm trying to say. That obviously it's got us this far, innit? Yeah. But with something like this, that's like the final straw, because that's what will mash you. That's what will mash you up. This will be like, oh yeah, you've done all this stuff, all these advancements in technologies, all this fucking around and finding out and all that, yeah. And this will be the last straw. Yeah. No, but this will be the last straw though. Like, for like human advancements, because once you get it too far, you can't walk it back. So why would you, with people there with sense then, and with foresight and with knowing what you could potentially be causing, yeah, I don't understand why you would give it the freedom to do that. That don't make no sense to me. Like, AI should be capped anyway. It shouldn't be able to, like, it shouldn't get to the point where it's scaring people, or like the potential's endless, the possibilities are endless, and it should be capped, because then that way you can control it.
I don't think human beings, I feel like human beings are intelligent and wise, and actually maybe not wise, they're intelligent. But I feel like as intelligent as they are, when they create these things, they're not intelligent enough to know how destructive it could be. So as smart as they are, to intelligent to create these things, they don't have that intelligence to go all the way.
When they're making atomic bombs and hydrogen bombs and nuclear bombs, obviously they'd have to do the test to see the damage, yeah. But they know to the extent of what they're doing, innit? Yeah. All right, cool. So then you make something like that, and then you put something like that in the hands of something that's not human. You are making these problems for yourself. It's not. Of course, you know. Like, you know, you don't need that much foresight to see how or where this could go wrong. I feel like it might not. Don't get me wrong, but the potential, you could see the potential. I
feel like them not knowing though is a I feel like that's a divine curse personally. Like them not being able to see the full extent of how doing this can lead to so much destruction.
So that's what it is. The people that's leading them advancements, you think they're blinded by just only seeing positives?
Well, I don't think when certain social media platforms were created, they knew that they could now be the vehicle to move an entire nation to vote for something or to fight for a particular cause. I think that was what it evolved into. I think it was just made right from the beginning just to communicate to others around the world. Because they're
the intelligent people that have created this thing, but there's other intelligent people out there as well. So they might create social media, but like, oh, do you know, it's a nice way for us to message each other. Yeah. But then there's a troll who is intelligent. It's like, actually, I could use this to let everyone I hate know. So once you put it out there, there's so many other forms of knowledge and intelligence and creativity that is exposed to. And so that's when it now becomes a free reign, and now everyone does as they want to.
I heard that one. I can see that, actually.
So, do you think that humanity should cap their curiosity?
Yes.
For self-preservation's sake?
Yes.
So we should remain...
No, because you're not there anyway. We've already advanced
100%, but that's because we've seen where we've come from.
No, but
I didn't come from monkeys. Please don't. I meant like primitive. Primitive.
We're not. We're lucky enough to be in a certain part of history where we've gone and lived through certain advances. You know what I'm trying to say? That. So you don't need to be talking about primitive and caveman, because you're not a caveman. You know what I'm trying to say?
In relation to where we can go.
You've got internet. What do you mean where you can go? You just said where you can go. You can go to your own destruction of trying to do too much. What do you mean? You don't. Where do you want to go?
But hasn't it always been?
You don't want to go nowhere. You was cool. They ain't even been back to the moon since the 60s. You don't need to go nowhere. You don't need to advance.
Hasn't it always been the ability for man to end life even without the technology?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So don't say that that's the reason as to why it is that man's end will be expedited.
It'll be fast tracked. We're gonna go anyway. Like, man, like there's an end of the story anyway. You don't want to fast track your way there though. It will speed it up. Of course it will.
I don't think people are realizing they're fast tracking their way there. For them, they're trying to preserve this. For them, they're trying to see how, like, find a way to, I guess, kind of make the most out of this, but by making it longer. But then by trying to make it longer, you're making it shorter.
It's misguided.
I think the divine blocking.
Does progression of of mankind just come with death anyway? Is it part and parcel?
Progression now, as into death.
Just like progression of like technology, better life, better quality of life, and all that. There's just eventually one day just get to a point where death is just part of the cycle. So before, if you want to subscribe to the evolution thing, yeah, before we were on all fours, yeah, then somebody climbed into a tree, right, for example, and it was like, oh, what are you doing up there? Oh, this is better. Of course, it was better because eventually they became us. You know what I'm saying? But then that particular thing may have just died out or just stayed on all fours. Surely we would agree that what we are today is better than that, right? But then what's the next move for us? Maybe the AI thing.
Flying. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? The flying, or maybe the AI thing, right? Where the AI version realizes, wait a minute, what we are today is a crap version. So maybe it's necessary for this version of us to die so that we could become that.
That's not evolution. That's not advancing. That evolution and all that stuff is done. It can't be from outside.
But is it outside?
And what?
Is it outside though?
Well, it's AI. You sort of created it. A part of evolution
from within.
Nah, man. But if whatever evolution these things talk about, when these animals, when these species evolve, there's certain things about them change to help them in their. You know what I'm trying to say? Creating AI and creating smart AI and then using it in that, that's not evolution.
No? Because what do we do on a day-to-day? We create things. There was a time where there was no iPod, there was no iPhone. We needed better ways of communicating. So we created a system that allowed for that to happen. Before, we had to bloody walk 100 miles just so I could see you.
Yeah, so
I could do WhatsApp calls.
Okay, cool. So we are evolving. Technology is evolving in that. But that's not a... No. Yeah, it's not, is it? It's not evolution because it's not something that is happening en masse or anything. You know what I'm trying to say? That it's a select few, it's a small people that can thing it, and then they put the technology out there to the masses. So again, the technology is evolving in that, but as human beings, I don't think that's going into the AI age and whatnot. It's us evolving. No?
How do you see evolution?
Like what you said, like used to be monkeys and tadpoles, isn't it?
Tadpoles?
All that stuff. Fish, alligators, amphibians and that. Or like certain people
Yeah, but that's looking into the past.
swim, they got web feet. Oh, so you say what's the next step of evolution in the future?
How do you see evolution?
Oh, what would we need to evolve in this day and age?
If it's not doing things quicker with less resources or effort, what is it?
I don't know, but if we all had the ability to create AI through knowledge in our minds and brain power, and we all had extra brain power, found extra percent to use, and we could all do this stuff, then that would speak to evolution.
Like
for
telekinesis?
Me. Whatever, but I'm saying if it's something that happened en masses to the people and that was a benefit of it, then I'd look at that as evolution, innit? You get me? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens to the physical human being, you're saying, not him creating tools to do things quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the man or the woman like adapting to environments.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So don't you see the brain evolving as...
But that's what I'm saying. That would have to be en masse. That would have to be everybody's brain evolving. It's not everybody's brain evolving. It's a minority. It's just 0.1% of the population who's smart enough to create something and then put it out there to everybody else. That's not everybody's brain evolving.
No, I'm saying if it is that AI is now implemented in every single aspect of our working, leisure, social life, it's going to change the way we do things. So our mind is going to be deployed to do different things that we didn't do before. So we're going to adjust.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Do you believe that evolution can actually like recess mankind physically? dumb mankind down? Can we go back to the who because of us giving away agency too?
Could we regress? I don't think so. Or that would take. How long would that take? How long would that take? We wouldn't see it now. No. I think. So you're saying you give all the stuff to AI, you take away all that stuff, so you're not using as much knowledge in the thing anymore, and then after a while, the teachings go, the things go.
We've been talking about how manhood looks different these days.
Yeah, I suppose it can dumb it down, innit? If you've got something that's super smart, and then so like mathematics, language, all these things you're not actively using every day over thousands and thousands of years, it could. Yeah, it could. You could regress, I think. But that's not evolving though. Ain't evolving, moving forward, or like changing for the better.
Not necessarily. It's just change. It doesn't have to be better.
I've never heard someone describe something as evolving that's changed to something worse, though, has it? Like,
because I guess typically they just kind of become irrelevant. It wasn't really, you know what I mean? But yeah, evolution is not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily go in a particular direction. You know what I mean? But yeah.
What's evolved for the worse?
Sorry, evolve means to develop gradually.
So it's not going backwards.
No, but that development might still be a gradual regression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So evolution could actually look like a return to the...
If the world changed now, right, and I don't know, something happened where we all needed to adapt to living in a forest, for example, and it became more beneficial for us to kind of be on all fours because maybe all the trees collapsed on themselves, so we have to get under this stuff all the time. That's evolution, man. You know what I'm saying? But we've gone backwards.
Jesus, to take me. I can't do that.
You telling me you can't get any old fours? What are you talking about?
Let me stupid.
What he said?
This is a morning show. You're such a fool.
I don't know what's right.
I don't know. Bro.
She's got mega knees.
Exactly. Got mega knees.
Yeah, man.
How have you... Never mind.
How what?
This is how you...
Because that's cleaner than what you said.
Really?
That's PG.
Okay.
Having mega knees is when I'm at brunch. I've got mega knees.
Yep.
It was after the brunch.
All right.
But yeah.
Oh,
I
dear.
think we're on that.
Yes. Let's move on.
Okay.
Headlines.
All right. Well, let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so our next headline takes us to Brazil, where police have searched the home of the former president, Jair Bolsonaro, in the Brazilian capital, Brasilia, as part of an investigation into his COVID vaccination records. Police suspect that the ex-leader's vaccination records forged so that he could gain entry to the US. Very interesting. The former president.
Why are you laughing like that? You're laughing at your own joke.
The former president is a vocal opponent of COVID vaccinations who repeatedly spread false information about the vaccine and its alleged side effects. Speaking after the raid, Mr. Bolsonaro denied tampering with any records. For my part, there was nothing falsified. This is what he told reporters. He also denied having a COVID jab. I didn't take the vaccine, period. Since he returned to Brazil on the 30th of March, Mr. Bolsonaro has had to appear before police on 2 occasions to testify in 2 separate investigations. One is examining his alleged role in the storming of the Brazilian Congress by his supporters in January. He's also being investigated over whether he tried to illegally import and keep millions of dollars worth of jewelry that he and his wife were given by Saudi Arabia in 2019. Second headline, police across Europe have arrested more than 100 people in a crackdown on Italy's most powerful mafia group. 10 countries were involved, with assets worth 25 million euros also being seized. Most of the arrests took place in Italy, with suspects facing charges of international drug trafficking, money laundering, and possession of weapons. Italian anti-mafia prosecutors called Operation Eureka was unprecedented in terms of scale. It was part of a 3-year investigation spanning Italy, Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Spain, Slovenia, Romania, as well as Brazil and Panama, according to EU's law enforcement agency, Europol. Millions of euros were seized, as well as thousands of tons of narcotics, mostly cocaine, but also heroin and hashish. And the last headline, not sure if you guys are going to find this surprising, but Eton College, Christ Hospital School, and Liverpool's Blue Coat Grammar are among the 29 schools still operating that have significant documented links to donations from people who profited from slavery in the 18th and 19th century.
That sounds about upper class.
Saying that, yeah, do you guys feel like if they benefited from slavery, perhaps maybe they should be forced to, instead of closing down, maybe like make space, 25% of their thingy for
black students?
For black students.
Absolutely. More though. Not 25% more.
But then how are they going to continue funding their thingy? Because obviously they still need to maintain their
funding.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Interesting. In some cases, former students received significant compensation from the British government after abolition, suggesting that their families who paid their school fees were heavily involved in the slave trade. Most of the schools identified are private. The research comes as the finances of independent schools in England are the centre of a debate over Labour plans to add VAT to school fees and strip them of charitable status. Many global and British institutions, including universities and the Church of England, are now acknowledging their historical involvement in the slave trade. The Guardian has documented its own financial ties to slavery, including its founders' links through Manchester's textile industry and its use of cotton produced by slave labour. Interesting stuff. But yeah, that's it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into some gist. Let's get into Word and Road. All right. In very, very great news, Jamie Foxx posted on his story. So remember I told you guys that he was hospitalized and at one point it was just looking very, very bad, allegedly, where like his family was called and all that kind of stuff, and he was in critical care unit and stuff like that. But he posted yesterday on his Instagram and he says, appreciate all the love, feeling blessed. So we can take that as, you know, he's on the mend or he's getting better or he is better. So that's just really, really positive. That made me really, really happy because Jamie Foxx is actually, he's a treasure. So I'm glad that he's doing better and he's feeling great. And then my next bit of news is about the Brat. So I also told you guys that she's expecting a baby with her wife. I can't remember her full, thank you, Brent. I can't remember her full name, but I know her as like the real BB Judy because she's a proper businesswoman. And I didn't clock, you know. I was thinking, is this who I think it is? Oh, her name is Jessica Judy Dupart. And but yeah, it is who I was thinking it was. I don't know why I was thinking all this time to clock. But anyway, so basically, they were talking about, well, the Brat was talking about her sperm, like having to pick a sperm donor for her pregnancy. And she had an interview with The Root, and she basically said about how they went with a non-black sperm donor. So baby's gonna be mixed. Yeah. But she was saying how because the reason for that is because there's a shortage of black sperm donors.
So what kind do they go for?
White.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, there's a shortage. Apparently, there's a shortage of black sperm donors.
They're gonna go a little designer baby. Why didn't they just go like good like Chinese or something?
We're good at maths and that, innit?
No, but I'm saying
Right.
They're gonna flex, isn't it? Like?
You're gonna flex. They just want to have a kid. They don't care about. They should have a kid. Okay?
I'm pretty sure they could have a little black baby if they wanted one.
Nah, they couldn't. Because she said, yeah, I believe it. Because she basically said, yeah, how... Because first of all, how many black men do you know are giving the sperm?
But you can ask somebody.
Black men are giving that sperm for a treat
less.
every day. Are you crazy?
Exactly. And then asking them not to take care of the kid? To stay out?
That's true.
Oh
That's
my
true.
goodness.
Because they do that already. That's a win-win. It's a win-win. I actually think it's a good idea for women who are like older, who don't have like a life partner or whatever, to like ask a friend or something to give. Would you guys give your sperm to a friend? If I was, say it was me, and I'm like, I don't have a partner. Would you give me a sperm if I asked for it?
I think so. Yeah. But you know the thing is though, yeah.
Go on.
My issues with it is, I would always want to be in that child's life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You be the godfather.
Yeah, if I never had kids, then maybe. But now I've got kids, then probably not.
Brent, what are you dying to say?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
What are you gonna say? I want to know though.
No.
No, I do.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it mad?
Yeah, it is.
Is it in my market?
No, it might boost it.
No. Nope. Mm-mm. I don't want that kind of market. Mm-mm. Nope.
But I think I would.
Yeah.
I don't think this would be a tough decision for me. Especially, it would be an extra flex seeing my face.
My kid.
Yeah. So whoever wants it.
Hey, don't blame us if you get loads of messages after this, but you know.
He'll be the one to have managed them. I'm not replying to none of them. That's ridiculous.
Suppose the person actually insisted not the original form of insemination. Yes, you can have my sperm.
But I have to have sex with you. If he's good looking, I want a baby, right? Never know. That might be even the start of. You might not be a sperm donor no more. You might be upgraded. You my man now. But yeah, so basically they said how they had it was difficult basically trying to find like the right one. Because obviously when you do it, when you go through like sperm whatever, they were doing genetic screening as well. Just to find out disease, all that kind of stuff. And they ended up basically with 300 potential donors. Only one of them was black.
Wow.
And then she said he looked like Jiminy Cricket. She said, ain't no way I was going with the one black person.
Let me see this.
Can you
What
imagine?
this guy looks like.
Yes, yeah, let's find out.
Jiminy Cricket.
So she said, nah, I want a cute baby, basically. She said that wasn't going to be a choice. So basically, yeah, so they had to go with a white sperm donor, but I'm here for a man. She said we didn't have a lot to choose from. He definitely wasn't black, but I think we did a great job with picking. He's handsome, he's tall, and I think he's going to look beautiful with my wife's egg. Yeah.
What colour's her wife?
Black. They're both black. But like light skin black.
Sorry, who said that? The Brat said that.
Yeah. So it's a Brat. It's a Brat. It's her wife's egg.
But in the Brat though, isn't it?
Yeah. So that way, like everyone gets a chance.
Involved.
Yeah, everyone's involved.
Oh, it's her wife's egg, but the brat's carrying the baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not really everyone getting involved. It's kind of unequal, isn't it?
But that's a good. I'd do that, boy. If I ain't got to carry it, I'll do it. You carry all you want, babe. But yeah, so then she did go on. Obviously, it's kind of been trending, but the headline's been a bit misleading. Just like, oh, the Brat has a white sperm donor kind of thing. So she did clarify on one of the blog pages, and she said, to be clear, for all those that are not aware of the many things we weren't aware of, here it is. Black men make up less than 5% of the donation pool. Furthermore, with genetic testing that is specifically for looking into diseases that humans carry, and inputting my stats in all of the career banks, it went from thousands to about 300, and of that, only one was black, and he unfortunately wasn't a perfect match. So we actually waited a few weeks to see if the pool increased, but unfortunately, with the time frame we had to choose within 6 to 8 weeks, and there was no more new black donors that fit within the perfect fit with my genetic testing. Hopefully this headline that people are running with will educate more people that there's a huge gap in the sperm pool. Everyone have a great day. Have a great rest of your day, basically.
She's trying shit.
And they've got a boy coming. They're going to have a boy. He's going to be good looking because their parents are buff, so yeah, I'm here for it. And then my last bit of news is about Nelly and Ashanti allegedly being back together. I know. I love a rekindled love, you know. I do. I think if it makes sense, if it works, it's not toxic, it's not abusive, it's not none of those things, and you can forgive, because me, I can't. You can forgive, then I think you should get back together. So allegedly they are back together. I think they were pictured the other day going to watch a fight, and then the next day they've had this viral clip going around where they're performing Body on Me, banger, and she was all up, you know, grinding up in and whatever. And it was cute. I'm here for it. And Complex did a detailed, nice timeline of their relationship. So they basically started dating around 2003, broke up 2013, and they were on and off during that time apparently for 10 years. That's a shift. And then what happened? She had an interview, I think the year before they broke up, talking about, you know, like engagement and proposing and whatever is in the future. And he had an interview saying it isn't, and he's only married to his career, and so is she. So that was that. So yeah, I guess whatever happened, and she's also had interviews where she's talked about, you know, being betrayed by him. So who knows? They've never really spoken out loud like that. I mean, for the longest time, Nelly was out here acting like they didn't date or whatever. I don't know if I'd be getting back with a guy like that. But yeah, man. And she's talked about recently as well when she was on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live. She was talking about how they're in a really good place, in a better place and stuff like that. Because obviously when Fat Joe and Ja Rule had the versus, that clip went viral of Nelly going all the way to the other side of the stage to say hello to Ashanti. People were like, oh, okay, that was a long walk, sir. But okay. Yeah, so I feel like they're in a better place. They look like they're having fun, and I'm here for it, man. I think do whatever makes you happy. Be with whoever it is that makes you happy, and can get you what you want in life. It's all good and all great. And of course, 50 Cent, being the king of being petty, posted on his Insta, and he was like, so it's a clip of when Ja Rule, not Ja Rule, what's his name? Nelly and Ashanti were dancing, I think, over the weekend or whatever. And he posted and he said, somebody check on Irv. I know he's going through a lot right now. Because obviously Ashanti and Nelly back together. And then I also remembered when, what's his name? Irv was on Drink Champs. That's it, thank you. Drink Champs. And he was like, this man is so audacious, you know. And he was talking about like the first time he found out when Nelly and Ashanti were going out. Talking about it was a shock to him. And, you know, he said he didn't know about it. And basically, there was like, so he was watching the basketball game or whatever, and there was all this commotion or whatever. Then he's like, what's the commotion about? Then it was Ashanti and Nelly, like, at the basketball game. Obviously, that was, I guess, the public sighting together, and they were holding hands or whatever. Yeah. And he was sitting there thinking, like, obviously, it's not fun. Like, the love of my life, a woman I love is with another guy. And I'm thinking, the whole time this man's been married, you know? The whole time. And you're sitting there talking about the love of your life. Crazy. But anyways, big up Ashanti and Nelly. I'm here for it. I love them. I think they're like a really, really cute couple in the hip-hop scene. And yeah, I'm here for it. But any other updates and any other things to let you guys know, I will let you know of. And that is all from me. Let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. Have you guys heard of TRG, the restaurant group?
Who?
The restaurant group,
No.
TRG. Basically, yeah, they're shutting down a lot of their loss-making restaurants.
What kind of restaurants do they have?
So basically, they own Pretzel. You know Pretzel?
Oh, and Zizi and Ask Italian.
Exactly. So I'm not too sure if they own Zizi as well and all that. Right?
Okay.
But Pretzel, yeah, man. Basically.
Oh, they're shutting down Prezzo.
Well, they're shutting down 46 branches.
Okay.
Yeah, 46 branches. 810 workers are going to be at risk of redundancy because of that. The shake-up will leave the hospitality chain with 97 restaurants. So pretty much the more popular ones, probably in London and certain other big cities, will probably be okay. But yeah, man, some sad news over there. But also, because that happened, I think, the end of last month. But it's basically extended to some of the other restaurants that they own as well. So Frankie's and Benny's, Chiquitos, yeah, a lot of these places.
Frankie's and Benny's fell off, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, their food used to be actually really nice.
Yeah.
But they just fell off so bad that I could never, ever even try to go there.
You know what, though, yeah? I believe the exact same thing, right? But then I tried them one time. And I think they came back. In terms of taste, they've come back.
Okay.
Yeah, they come back.
I might try it then. I might have a nice Sunday. Oh, and I'm brunching on Sunday. I'm going to try it.
Yeah, man.
Because they used to slap. The food was nicely seasoned.
Yeah. Exactly.
The chips were banging.
Exactly.
It was actually the spot. Like after church on a Sunday, there was actually a nice spot.
I'd always prefer them over TGI's.
Yeah, TGI's was more the Jack Daniel's sauce. I haven't been in years.
Exactly. If it's not the Jack, I don't understand the need for TGI's.
Yeah, because their ribs they were good ribs.
Yeah, but like the sauce is all you need. I don't understand. Once you got that Jack Daniel's sauce, you don't need nothing else.
But I haven't got the Jack Daniel's sauce there. The one they sell in Tesco and them is not the same thing.
Not the same one.
No, I'm saying to TGI's, he's saying that TGI's ain't better, but I'm saying even though it's just the Jack Daniel's sauce
that makes up.
That makes it better. Yeah. I hate their burgers.
But they still got the sauce.
Jack Daniel's?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the last time I went there, I feel like it's watered down, you know.
Oh.
It's not as thick
Oh,
as
it's not long anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be thick and nice.
Exactly. But it's not as much anymore.
Because it lives.
Yeah, man.
Oh, they're cheap.
But yeah, because of that, like I said, Chiquitos, Prezzo, Frankie's and Benny's, a lot of their restaurants are going to be closing. Some of the locations, though, are basically, all of these are outside of London. So like Aberdeen, Birmingham, Blackpool, Leeds, some of them type of places. Rochester, Peterborough is where basically Frankie's and Benny's and Chiquitos are going to be closing. Next thing I wanted to talk about is, where is it? BP. They're in the news again, man. So, they reported strong profits for the beginning of the year. Obviously, people are upset because energy prices still remain high. Their profits hit $5 billion in the first 3 months of the year. This is not income, obviously. This is profits. $5 billion, £4 billion in profit. Although this was down from like 6.2 billion from last year, with the oil prices obviously having fallen from their peak, right, during the Russia-Ukraine war, which is obviously still happening and everything. But still, $5 billion during this cost of living crisis, with people still calling for the government to do like a proper windfall tax, is making people feel like, wait a minute, what's going on there, man? This is just ridiculous. So, that's basically the situation with them. And that's it, you know, for people in general. It's not much today. The only other thing I could have mentioned is basically how people are talking about AI and how basically how our jobs are basically going to be at risk. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently a lot of companies are now looking at how to deploy the ChatGPT style of technology across all their businesses. Because like I was saying before, like a big part of AI is basically the access to knowledge and how quick you can access it. You know what I'm saying? And all these type of things can do things crazy. And right now, the guy that was basically involved in this discussion, he pretty much said that the answers that they're looking for, that they're kind of testing the AI bots with, are producing answers of at least 85% accuracy. 85% accuracy. Human beings, we know they be getting wrong stuff all the time, innit? So, apparently right now that's a bit less than a human call center staff, but at the same time it costs a fraction of a percentage point of the cost of deploying that same staff member. So it looks like people's jobs might not be there, man, as secure anymore. But yeah, that's it pretty much for the People's Journal.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our next headlines.
Next headline, experts said that we were now on the cusp of drugs being available, something that had recently seemed impossible. These drugs referring to Alzheimer's, basically, helping Alzheimer's. The company Eli Lilly has reported a new drug which slows the pace of Alzheimer's by about a third. However, 2 volunteers and a possible third unfortunately died as a result of dangerous swelling in the brain. The full details of the Eli Lilly's trial have yet to be published, but it has revealed the key findings, which is that 1,734 people in the earlier stages of Alzheimer's took part. This particular drug was given on a monthly infusion until the distinctive plaques in the brain were gone, and the pace of the disease was slowed down by about 29% overall, and by 35% in a set of patients researchers. It slowed down by 29% overall, and by 35% in a set of patients that researchers thought were more likely to respond. Also, those that were given a drug also retained more of their day-to-day lives, such as being able to discuss current events, drive, or even pursue hobbies. So this is some really big advancements that's happening. Huh?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So the company said it will begin the process of having its drug approved for use in hospitals in the next few months. Next headline, well, the next 2 headlines are trigger warnings. So just a heads up, guys. And this is a mass shooting that happened in Atlanta. So 1 person was fatally shot and at least 4 injured on Wednesday in a shooting in a Midtown Atlanta building, police have said. Atlanta police said that there's been no additional shots fired since the initial shooting unfolded just before 12:30 p.m. inside a building on West Peachtree Street between the 12th and the 13th Street, which is a commercial area with office buildings and a high-rise apartments as well. Police said that they were searching for the suspect and any additional victims. The 4 injured people were taken to a hospital for treatment, and the 5th person was pronounced dead at the scene. Atlanta Public Schools said several schools in the area would operate on external lockdown for the rest of the day out of an abundance of caution. And the last headline, also another shooting, but according to police, a teenager who killed 8 fellow students and a security guard in a Serbian school planned the attack for weeks and had a kill list. And he was 13.
That's mad.
Yeah. So this 13-year-old was arrested following Wednesday morning's attack at the Vladislav Ribicnaka primary school in central Belgrade. Another 6 pupils and a teacher were also injured in the shooting. Police said that the motive for the attack is still being investigated. The suspect, named by the police as Kosta Kekmanakov, is alleged to have used his father's guns, both of which had legal permits. He's also said to have gone to a shooting range more than once with his father before the killings. The boy's mother and father have since been arrested. And the national 3-day mourning period, starting on Friday, has been announced.
What's it going to do with them?
Right, who knows? But I guess they have to look into it. Just in case, maybe they brainwashed him, sent him out there to do something. You never know. But yeah,
It's hard.
sad news. But yeah, that's it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into the reaction.
Welcome to the reaction, our sports news. Esther's favourite part of the show.
I actually have a football question for you.
Get it, go off,
I
sis.
think I've asked this. But is Manchester City different to Manchester United?
Yeah.
Oh. So like Manchester City is like a BTEC version?
Yep. Literally that. Manchester City are just meaty
Yeah. See, I pay attention.
and just no culture, no football heritage.
Just vibes.
Just vibes. Yeah, basically. So
Were they formed before Man United? Though?
I don't know. Oh shit! I haven't even checked that. When was the Citizens formed? What are you trying to?
Let me ask
But-
AI.
But if they were, then that is even
That's worse.
That's even worse.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Are
Man.
you the big brother and you ain't even big brothering?
United hold bragging rights.
We got the bragging rights.
Okay.
Oh, we're
2 years.
first, yeah. 2 years. All right, come on, man.
1878. And
1878.
City were established 2 years later.
And City, but City's got bolts on their badges, and City's bolts are racist bolts. And
I was gonna say it's giving slavery times.
yeah, United's ones ain't, but City's ones are. That's just how it goes.
Yeah. Esther, United also have boats on their badge.
No, but no, we've got like cruise ships. Like, our boats was for travel.
They all were for travel.
No, their boats was for cargo.
He was traveling. He was traveling on the boats.
You get what I'm saying?
So we need to get to the bottom of.
Our boats was for vacation, leisure purposes only. Yeah? Just checking. But anyway, last night we had a few games, couple of games. Liverpool beat Fulham 1-0 with a Mo Salah penalty, I believe. And then I got to watch some of Man City and West Ham. They made tough work of that. You get me? Kevin De Bruyne weren't playing. I don't know who else they had out, but it weren't full strength. Obviously, they was at home, so they're always going to have the advantage. Yeah, but yeah, they didn't. It wasn't light work. Still, I think it went into the half. Did it go into the half 0-0?
No, yeah.
Didn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it went to the half 0-0, and it was looking a bit like. Not to say that West Ham was going to do anything, but you start to think, oh, is it one of those days? Mm-hmm. Is it one of those days? They wasn't firing. It wasn't like they was creating bare chances or whatever. I think Nathan Ake broke the deadlock from a set piece. Haaland dinked the goalkeeper for the second, and Foden hit a sweet volley or half volley or whatever for the third. So they got it done in the end. Done and dusted. I think what's that put the gap back to 1 point? What's the gap back to 1 point, and they still got a game in hand.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion, but I don't know, man. Obviously, Arsenal got to go Newcastle on the weekend, so we'll see what happens there. I mean, I don't want to say it's not interested anymore. We'll have to see how it develops until someone slips up. until someone slips up, it's just a bit like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so City are gonna have to slip up, or Arsenal are gonna have to slip up, and then it will be like officially like, yeah, look, they're out of it, it's done. So it's a bit of a weird one. It's in a weird way where you expect City to just keep going on and keeping and doing what they're doing, but we'll have to we'll just have to just wait and see how it pans out. As it stands, City are at top of the league and they've got a game in hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like you said yesterday, Newcastle are definitely gonna want that win against Arsenal, man.
For the top four, innit?
Yeah, because if they lose and Man U win the next game, they're going ahead of Newcastle with a game in hand.
Okay, and then that would put who's fifth? Brighton.
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
But Brighton got game in hands on Liverpool, though, innit?
Let me double check. Oh yeah, Brighton got like 3 games in hand, you know.
And this is what I'm trying to say. And
they're 6 points behind.
It's tough. We got to play
7.
them. We got to play them tonight. If they take all points tonight, Newcastle are gonna want those points. You know what I'm trying to say? Furthermore, I'm chatting shit. It doesn't matter what the result is. If United win and get 3 points, or if they like, either way, this is a big game for Newcastle.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say, with this top 4 race going on. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see how that pans out. In some other news, this was yesterday. I don't think we got a chance to read this as well. Did you see that Messi got suspended by PSG?
Yeah.
So he's been suspended by PSG for traveling to Saudi Arabia without permission. I think the club's looking at it like he's flirting.
Okay.
He's flirting because Saudi are trying to get him over there. They're trying to get him over there for the when his contract expires. You know what I'm trying to say? I think they're trying to do some big move and get him over there, because I've seen stories about that. So the fact that he's gone over there without permission, I don't know if he's allowing these people to court him or what.
Yeah.
But it feels like that. You know what I'm trying to say? And especially now they've suspended him for 2 weeks, it definitely all feels like they're saying, yo, Killy, what are you doing over there? Everything ain't going super duper smooth over there anyway. You get me, with PSG and Messi. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that.
And his contract expires in the summer, innit?
Yeah, so hopefully they can, not hopefully, I think Saudi Arabia might be trying to have Messi and Ronaldo over there. Even though I'm hearing Ronaldo's not liking it.
Yeah.
But I don't know where he's going to go or what he's going to do. So,
but funny enough, what they're saying is that Messi asked for permission to make the journey to carry out commercial work, but they said no.
Okay.
This is why he's done the
sideman thing.
Yeah.
And I don't ask people for permission in the first place. This is why you don't ask people for permission. Because you give them a chance to say no. Just go ahead and do it and face the consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Apparently he's got a role as a tourism ambassador for Saudi Arabia. So
that makes sense, because when the World Cup was coming up, he was all over the billboards and that. You get me? And that's why they were so happy that he won. You get what I'm saying? Because they can't put him on. Okay, cool. What else have we got? I think this news came out yesterday as well. Klopp got charged for his Anfield comments. I think he directed some comments towards one of the officials. I believe it was Paul Turney, because he keeps saying that Paul Turney's got an agenda over him, the Liverpool side. They wasn't going to be happy about him saying that in public. So the FA statement reads, Liverpool FC's Jurgen Klopp has been charged following the Premier League fixture against Tottenham Hotspur FC on Sunday the 30th of April. It is alleged that the manager's comments regarding the match official during post-match media interviews constitutes improper conduct in that they imply bias and or question the integrity of the referee and or are personal, offensive and or bring the game into disrepute. Jurgen Klopp has until Friday the 5th of May to provide a response. I don't know if he's going to appeal. He's probably just going to go guilty. I'm not sure what the repercussions of this, whether it's a touchline ban or whatever, or a fine. But the FA go and get their money. So, and lastly, sad news, Olympic medalist Tory Bowie passes away.
Yeah.
Oh, sad. So, American sprinter Tory Bowie, a 3-time Olympic medalist and former 100-meter world champion, has died at the age of 32. Oh, it's young, man. Yeah, so she won 100-meter relay gold at Rio in 2016, plus 100-meter silver and a 200-meter bronze. You get me? In the following year, she won the World Championships 100 meters in London, as well as the relay gold. And she converted from long jump in 2014 and had an immediate impact on the track, becoming the fastest woman in the world that year. She's gold. She's the only American woman to have won an Olympic or World 100 meter title since Carmelita Jeter in 2011. Wow. The cause of her death is unknown. Random, and yeah, RIP. Thoughts go out to her and her family.
Yeah.
And that is the end of our sports news today, man. Let's get into our last segment of the day. Done Out Ere. Well, this is gonna be extremely quick because I would have just ignored this if I had a chance. It's not because I want to shy away from difficult articles or conversations or anything. It's just sometimes I just feel like there's just no need. Like, you know, like we like to have conversations and feed it out sometimes, debate where we're gonna give it or who we're gonna give it. Sometimes these people are just so clearly done at it. It's just an open and closed case. You get me? And sometimes I just don't even really want to speak on it. But in the name of the show, we're gonna get it going. So is this? What's that? That's not it. It's a top one then.
Top one.
What are you doing? Anyway, trigger warning, people.
You know, I thought you just froze. I was thinking we can see you.
Yeah, he just moved like he's hiding, didn't he? Like he just.
Yeah, I think like, we know you're here.
No,
we can see you.
I'm doing something. I put this up before.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Sorry. Yeah, this is the man. This is a piece of shit. Antonio Pereira. Yeah. I don't even want to get into this story, guys, because this is trigger warnings for everything. He was found guilty, yeah, of raping his daughter. Yeah. While he's out, I don't understand. Out. If he was found guilty of raping his daughter, I don't understand. It says while he was out while on appeal for the conviction, yeah. While out on appeal for the conviction, yeah, he broke into his daughter's home and he's killed his daughter.
No way.
And his son-in-law. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you were out on bail, so they know you did it.
I'm just really confused. I don't understand. This is what he done.
That's mad.
While he broke into the son-in-law's house, I think he's even shot his son-in-law's father and brother as well.
Insane.
He's a sicko.
Yeah, he's just insane. He was on a rampage. But I don't want to say in good news, but basically the dad shot him.
Oh, so that was his stepdaughter.
No, it was his daughter and his stepson and his son-in-law. The son-in-law's dad.
Oh, okay, son-in-law's dad shot him.
Yeah, the son-in-law's dad.
Oh, so he's
shot
dead?
him. Yeah, I believe this man's gone.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's not a shame. It's good.
No, because I feel like you need to suffer, then die.
Oh,
double whammy. Do you get what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, the dad done the right thing, and
I hope the dad doesn't get charged for that.
And shot him. I don't see the end of the story. Just let me know that he was rushed to hospital, where he was pronounced dead.
And that's that.
And that'll be that on that. I haven't heard any more about the father or anything. I'm guessing the father's gonna be all right. It's Brazil, bro. He broke into the man's yard, shot killed his daughter-in-law, shot his other son, and shot him, and he's killed the man. He can't be in no trouble, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, even in England, man, you gotta allow him. Man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, man, you gotta leave him alone, bro. Like, this guy can't be in no trouble.
I got one body, he got four.
You get what I'm saying? Fuck that.
BFFR.
So yeah, like I said, you can see his face. He's a piece of shit, but he's gone now. He's not here anymore. He's dead.
He's facing God.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to answer. He's gonna have to answer to the maker. So Antonio Pereira, you are absolutely done at here. Totally be short and sweet. Let's get into our outro.
The channel as well. Share it, drop in your group chats, do all that great stuff. You can also find us on all your social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Day After TNB. And of course, when you're on there, engage with our content, share it, like it, do all that great stuff. If you want to send your dilemmas in, is it Friday tomorrow? It is Friday tomorrow. Sis, what would you do? Asking for a friend. The number is 075-648-41073. And if you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. We'll see you guys here tomorrow for Mark's Day. Have a great... and Gangs of London. But have a great...
I got to watch that during the day. I filmed this evening. If I don't watch it, if I don't watch that during the day,
it's over.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, well, we can't give him a reason
to chat
shit. I just don't want that. So please,
watch.
I've got to. Well, yeah. See you guys tomorrow.
Peace.